Good afternoon, everybody. You can hear the train in the background. It's extremely windy. Sorry it's a bit juddery. That's better, I think. But today, 10 days later, is the first day that Jamie's tested negative. So, we are already behind our schedule and we need to move, particularly if we're going to make the Thames and over the Thames and the other side onto the Grand Union, which is something I think we're going to do. So I'm just taking Elsa for a quick walk and then we're moving off to Pastures New. Here she comes. There she is. Such a good dog. I've just gone and got her a reflective LED night collar. So when you can't see her along the towpath when it's got dark, I should be able to see her. Just setting up. It is very windy. So I'm just hoping I'm not going to get blown about too much. However, the first lot's set in our favour, so that's good. Look like 10-ton Tessie in this top. Off he goes into the distance. I've suggested he goes on the bike because then he doesn't get too tired. Actually, I'm burning up. I think I might be too hot in this top. Looks like he's having to open the paddles, which might take a bit longer than I thought. Just hoping this weather holds off. Look at these clouds. Not looking good. Anyhow, goodbye, Great Bedwyn. We're off to Pastures New. And off we go. First one. Two narrowboats in the lock, so I've come to a halt Just using my bow thruster to keep me straight. Here they come. Hopefully not together, one at a time. Approaching lock 2. Down we go. Number 2. Lock number 3, I think, or could be 4. 2 more to go. Bridge number 6, and we're going to find a mooring just after bridge 90, which is next. The house that Julie and Mark were about the other day. Apparently I've just broken the lock gate at the front, so I'm going to have to report that if that's the case. We are now at lock number 6-ish, 7 maybe, I don't know, I've lost count. So here we are. We've arrived at Hungerford, where we met Julie and Mark for lunch way back in the spring. And my husband's done very well. He's a bit tired now, but a couple of beers is sorting him out. And this is where we are, just on the outskirts of Hungerford. Lovely dog walking field just opposite. And we've had to use the machete to make a path onto the walkway just by the field. And Elsa has been a good girl. What are you doing, my love?
Trying to sort the bike out.
What's happened?
Well, when I was riding it, the headstock, can you see it moves? It's moving.
Yeah.
That's too much. So I'm trying to work out how to tighten that. Oh yes.
Oh, is it tightened up?
A bit.
Good.
Mind yourself, love. I hate to hit you in the head.
So we haven't actually reached our destination yet. We have to get to the services by the end of, well, in a couple of days, because we need water. And also Jamie is going on a stag weekend, my son's stag weekend next weekend. So I am going to go to Trowbridge and stay with a friend of mine for the weekend, which will be fantastic. So quick supper tonight, we are doing a Thai chicken green curry. So have you fixed it, my love?
Yes, I have. It's a lot better.
So what have you actually done?
When this goes down, it pushes a little lever in,
yeah,
to keep it solid.
And
I've adjusted it so that it's pretty solid. So it won't. This pin was also coming out.
Yeah.
So it should be all okay now.
Well done, darling.
Have a job.
Good morning, everybody. It is, Wednesday morning, I think. And we are just doing a little recce with the dog because there are meant to be some restrictions up by the swing bridges through to Hungerford. We moored overnight just outside Hungerford by Marsh Swing Bridge, and today we need to go to the services, fill up with water and go to Dunmow Bridge, which is about 3 locks. So I'm just taking little girl out to suss out the score, and this is what we're looking at. Towpath. And we're just approaching the church on the right. It's a blowy morning, warm, but the rest of the week is not meant to be good, so it's another reason for moving today. Just approaching a very pretty part of Hungerford. Lots of boats along this stretch, and we're just approaching the church, which is probably going to be the last place I remember before we turned on our holiday, so anything beyond that is going to be a new adventure. This is what I was on about. Swing bridge broken, but you still have passage. It's windy and we're just leaving the moorings, and I'm being blown all over the shop, and I think there might be a boat in the lock, which is a bit of a bugger. So we're in Hungerford Marsh Swing Bridge and it's very windy. Down we go. Hopefully the wind is going to be a bit kinder to us the other side of the lock. We've made it to the water point, and it's a very pretty water point. However, this is the strength of the water. So about half of it's going in and half of it's going down the drain. So we could be here a while. Just had some lunch. Very delicious, a little sandwich and some fruit salad. And this is what we're looking at. It's a beautiful day, but I have to say that the wind did challenge me on sharp bends and coming in contact with other boats. In the distance you can see the main towny bit of Hungerford, and we're just going out the other way, and have been advised to go past the next lock and more up there. She's been a good girl too. You pup. So we're just off for a little explore while we collect what water we can. As you can hear, it's really windy, and we reckon it's going to be about another 2 hours before we're full. But hey, it's a beautiful day, the sun is shining, and this is all new to us. We haven't done this section of the canal ever before. Just on the towpath, look at that. And up to the next lock, so I'm just going to suss out what happens after that. It's truly pretty up here. So we filled up with water, which took hours, and we're just heading towards a mooring point. Jamie's gone on ahead with the bike and he has the phone, so maybe he'll take some footage of us coming in the other end.
Sally coming into the lock, doing a grand job. It's a bit windy today, and she's coming into here. We're going to moor up just down there on the left. So here she is, our Capitan Spuds. She doesn't crash. There we are. There she is. Queen Bee moving her home. Oi, oi, Capitan. You right?
Yeah. Last lock of this particular stretch, and you see where those boats are on the left? That's where we're going to moor. Done. Here, aren't we? We are. We've arrived, and listen to that very noisy digger next to us. And Jamie says he can't believe where we've moored, but it's near the bridge. He's done really well. Hasn't felt tip top at all, but we had to do it. Putting in 2 pins that side and 2 pins in the top. Hopefully that should keep us steady for a week or so. All right, my love? So this is what we've done today. Find you pointy finger. We started about here and we've done 1 lock and gone to the water point, and we've just literally just a minute ago done this, and we are moored just after that lock, after the bridge, which is close to the road but could be noisy. Well, just when I thought we were done, we're not. We are heading towards the next lock, and hubby's at the end of the boat. Told him to stay on the boat because he's tired. Because the last place we were at had workmen making a huge noise. So we're going up 2 locks and we're going to moor very close to Kintbury. Temporarily moored up at the lock landing. And we have another boat behind us, so we can't be long. Take 2, just before the railway bridge at Kintbury. A lot quieter. That's the view backwards, and that sky is looking threatening. So we're just on a little excursion to the pub. But we've just spoken to some people and all the pubs are closed. So we've decided to go for a drink anyway and come back and have some nice pizza on the boat. Very, very pretty village. Well, glass of Prosecco touched the spot, and now we are back to the boat and we're going to suss out some parking for the cars because we've got to pick them up tomorrow. So we're going to go by train, which only takes 15 minutes. If we were to walk it, it would take us a couple of hours. So that's what we're going to do in the morning. Did you enjoy your drink, darling?
Well, I only had 1 drink, you wouldn't let me have any more.
So what have you actually got to take home?
I've got 2 takeouts because they don't do food.
They don't do food.
So I've got a takeout.
Exactly. Hey-o.
What more can I say?
Exactly. Lucky boy. Let's go back and have some pizza, eh? Such a pretty little village. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So that will be my house of choice. And this will be Jamie's house of choice. This is Kintbury Mill, apparently. This is the Dundas Arms that we originally tried to get food from, but they're closed on a Wednesday. So, hey ho! Hubby can't wait till we get home, so he's opening his bottle on the towpath. Bless his heart. Looks like we have a free car park here if we're rail users, which of course we will be tomorrow. But now I'm stuck the wrong side of the level crossing. Yeah. Just on our way back to the boat. My husband is just partaking in a very well-deserved beer, takeout. And Elsa is being such a good girl. You pop. Just approaching our boat. And that will be us for the evening. Jamie has his takeout. I'm going to put pizza on. And our boat is behind the Triffids. So, good morning everybody. We are at Kintbury railway station. And we're just going back to get the cars, aren't we, Pop? Here it is. Such a good girl. Here we are on the train. First time on the train. She's having a pride of seat. She's a good girl. So, we're on a different shopping experience today. We are in Hungerford and I'm just attempting to find Tesco's. However, we do have this little baby to cross first. I believe it is 40 yards from here, so it's going to be just left after the crossroads. Fingers crossed. The comforting sign of Tesco. Another jobbed. Almost. Got to do the shopping first. Do not snigger, but we are moving again because where we are at the moment, we are swinging about on the rope pins, on the ropes. Every time a boat goes past, it pushes that into the water, and since Jamie and I are both meant to be away this weekend, it's too risky to leave it where it is. So we are now, I've just walked to a spot where I think we can go, and it's close to the bridge and the right side of it. So that's where we're moving to. It's here. I'm standing about there. So you can see it's all quite reedy, and we have a group of canoeists playing around in the middle of the river stroke canal, so hopefully Jamie won't bamboozle them. Here he comes in the distance. I'm just hoping the one in front isn't going to try and nick this spot before he gets here. Feels a bit more sheltered anyway. Here she comes. So finally we have arrived in Kintbury. We are just off the main drag where the water point is, because we needed to be this side of the water point. And we're exhausted. So all in all, about a 3-day moving trek, but we are finally here. And we'll catch you next time. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like and to comment, and I will answer every single one of your comments. Thank you for watching.